Okay everyone, today I've got a M&P Bodyguard 380 here that is a pocket gun, literally, that a friend of mine carries a lot, and he had switched it out to wear a different gun, and when I went and talked to him, he went and checked on it, and this gun was very dirty and crusty, and I don't know how well you can see it, but there's a lot of dust and dirt and stuff in there. And he went and it's already unloaded, but I'll show you and make sure you can actually hear the grit. It's very gritty. He had put it away. You can see it's rusty. It's rusty up here. There's quite a bit of filth and nastiness in there. So I've never taken one of these apart before. I've never played with one. But today I'm gonna take it apart, clean it, lube it, and put it back together. When I first cocked it and pulled the trigger earlier, when the hammer came back, a bunch of stuff flew out of it. The Bodyguard has been all cleaned with mineral spirits, scrubbed with a toothbrush, all down inside here, all down inside there. I blew it out with compressed air, cleaned it, wiped it, and oiled the trigger system. So now it's nice and smooth. There's no grit in there anymore. It doesn't sound crunchy when you pull the trigger. It's pretty cleaned up. I'm going to put some oil in. There's a rusty spot right in there. Right there. There's some rust in there. And then there's some rust back here. So I'm going to take a Q-tip with oil and put it down in here and let it soak on both sides. But this is pretty clean and pretty well ready to be oiled and put back together. These other pieces I cleaned with mineral spirits, scrubbed with a toothbrush, and then rubbed with my mixture of Ed's Red that doesn't have acetone in it. So it's basically three parts, three different things. 1 part ATF, 1 part mineral spirits, 1 part kerosene, and I use it as a cleaner and a lube. So I scrubbed everything around with that after just mineral spirits. Let it kind of soak in for a while. And that soaked overnight on the barrel. I didn't clean the bore. I'll probably do that later. And I did it on the slide. And you can see that the rusty spots on the slide are basically gone. So that's good. Rusty spots are pretty cleaned up. There's still a hair of a rusty spot on the barrel that coincided with the inside of the bore. But again, I'm going to scrub all this or wipe it down, and then I'm going to soak it with the Lucas gun oil. Rub it down real good, clean the bore, and then let it sit. And that should really soak in. So that's what I'm going to put in here in the rust spot, and that's what I'm going to put in over there, and then I'll reassemble it. And it should be good to go. Basically everything was cleaned out really well. It's in pretty good shape now, but I'm happy with how smooth I got the grit out of the trigger mechanism and how nice and clean that is. I'm back with the Bodyguard 380, and it is definitely a lot cleaner looking than it was yesterday. I'm gonna just make sure that I keep a little oil down in there where the rusty spot is. I've cleaned it up really thoroughly, wiped it down. It is put back together. It is operational. It looks much better. I'm probably going to wipe it down with oil and let it sit overnight, because I have another gun I'm working on for my same friend, and that one's going to take a little longer to work on. So I may just let this one sit with a little oil on it. But it looks beautiful. My son saw it when it came in, and he saw it just now and said, "Wow, it looks brand new." So that's what we're looking for. We want it to look new. And there's no grit now when you pull the trigger. It's nice and smooth. And then you pull the slide, it's nice and smooth, and trigger works great. The safety works. Everything's good. I'm happy with it. I'm sure my friend will be very happy with it. I'm glad we got to it when we did before it got any worse. I don't have any 380 ammo, so I can't test fire it, but it looks good. I'm sure it's going to be fine. If you get a chance, go to the Reloaders Network, check it out. Everything related to reloading, bullet casting, firearms, and shooting sports. There's a community over there of people that like shooting and guns and bullet casting. There's online resources, and you should go check it out. As always, I appreciate you guys watching my videos. Have a great day.